All right, I'm here with Ryan, who just demoed the Fuel EX 9.9. So Ryan, tell me what you thought about the bike. What did you like?
Well, it was my first ride on a carbon fiber frame, so I enjoyed the overall stiffness of the frame. I'm used to riding one of their previous models, so with the new EvoLink, the rear end was a lot more stiffer. You didn't feel the play in the rear end as much as that going down the hill.
Nice, good.
They opened up one of the part with an S-turn going down on the trail, so winding through that and hitting the bumps, you could really feel the suspension hug the bumps, and you didn't get any kickback from.
So you could really feel the ABP system working there?
Right, yeah, because you use the brakes. I noticed that on the older model that didn't have the ABP, you would have to really control your braking before you went into a hill or a turn or anything like that to avoid the bike kicking back out on you.
So it seems like they fine-honed it a little bit.
Yes, yeah,
okay.
A little bit more. I felt it probably had a little bit more suspension travel that you need for this particular trail. But if you were to ride some more of the aggressive trails, such as Pato or Pontiac around here, I feel this bike, or maybe something up in the UP, and definitely if you go out west.
Great. Anything you didn't like about the bike?
The only thing I felt was I would probably upgrade the front shock to something with the remote lockout on it. Climbing the hills, it did seem a little bit squishy. I'm sure if I owned it myself, I'd probably stiffen it up a little bit. But that feature, yeah, I really missed that. Climbing the hill, it did feel a little squishy. You did lose a little bit of power on that, but that's all suspension tuning and different equipment would probably take care of that.
Beautiful, absolutely. And if you were going to rate this bike 1 out of 5 stars, what would you rate it as?
In its current form, I'd probably get it 4 stars. If I were to probably change out the front shock or adjust a little bit to my riding style, I could probably bump it up to 5.
All right, excellent. And then as far as your riding style, what type of bike do you typically ride now? Is it a full suspension or a hardtail now?
Right now I'm riding a hardtail. I do have a full suspension, but I blew out the rear shock on it, so it's in repair right now. And then, like I said, now riding the hardtail and then going back to this, I did notice a little bit different. But the rear end, with all the new technology they have on there, I can feel the difference in the stiffness in the rear end, so it makes a much better ride.
4 out of 5 stars, there it is. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.